Hey there, this is Gaurav. Welcome back with another video of the series Learn JavaScript from Scratch. So in this video, we're going to learn about three important concepts like dynamic typing, variable mutation, and type quotient. So are you ready? So without wasting any further time, let's jump right in. JavaScript language is also known as dynamic typed language because of it has a feature called dynamic typing. So what it says we do not have to define a data type to a variable manually like we have in other language, let's say C, where we have to define a variable like integer type, float type, double character, and so on. Here JavaScript automatically assign data type to a variable based on the value that you are providing. Got it? So in that case, how we can prove it, right? Like what is the data type of a variable? So there is one operator called type of operator. We can use it, which will return the data type of a variable. So let's see some example. Again, I am back to JS bin. So we'll be learning about dynamic typing. So let's say I am taking one variable name that is equal to Jonas. Perfect. So here we haven't defined the data type of name, right? But we can understand one thing, like the value that we are giving, that is nothing but a string. So here Jonas is string. So what would be the data type of name? Nothing but string. So that is what JavaScript automatically assign. We don't have to provide manually. So in order to check it, you can write type of. So if I write type of, this is a syntax, and here if I pass name, it will tell me the data type of name variable. Let's see what is that. So it is string, right? So hence it is proved. So let us do the same for other data type. Like we have age. Here we can understand 22 is nothing but a number, right? So here data type of age should be number. So if I run it, I should get number. Yes. That means data type of age is number. So we haven't defined it, right? But based on the value, which is nothing but number, JavaScript has assigned data type as number to this variable age. So let us do it for Boolean as well. So in case of Boolean, we are getting Boolean, right? Now we have two more data type. One is undefined. Let us do that. In case of undefined, we just have to declare, right? So let's declare weight. And let's try to see what is the data type of weight. Let me clear it out, run. Yep. So here you can see the data type of weight is undefined, right? So we have one left, that is nothing but null. So now let me check data type for X. Let me comment other code. Okay, so let me clear it out. So think about it, what should be the output of it? Just pause the video and think about it. Okay, so I hope you got the answer, right? So I think you are thinking about null as a data type for X, right? You're right. But if I run it, you will get some result over here that will disappoint you for sure. Okay, so we are getting object over here, right? Ideally it should be null. So actually this is you can say a bug in JavaScript. So this issue was proposed to JavaScript and they have tried as well, but they were getting some other issue as well. That's why they kept it like this. So this is actually wrong. It should be null. Okay. So you got the idea, like the concept of dynamic typing, like how based on the value data type is automatically assigned by JavaScript, and we can test it using type of. So the next concept is a variable mutation. So what do you mean by mutation? Mutation means an act of change. So we have heard this term mutation a lot in medical science, right? Recently there is something like COVID. You heard like how COVID is mutating or changing its variant. So the same thing is here, like variable mutation, where JavaScript allows us to change the value of a variable. Now if we are changing value means we are changing the data type as well. So as variable is changing or mutating, data type of value is also changing. Like if you are storing let's say string in a variable, you can mutate it to number. You can change the data type of that variable to number. So it is possible in JavaScript. It is that flexible. So let's see some example. So let me give you some example on variable mutation. Okay, so let's just command the previous code. So now let me just declare a variable. Let's say I'm declaring age, which is 22. So if I ask you what is the data type of age, you will say it's number. Why? Because of dynamic typing. So let's prove that. So we are getting number here, right? Now let's try to mutate or change the data type of age by providing a different value. So now I am storing Jonas. Okay. So now if I try to print the data type, so initially it was number, right? So now we have provided string to age. Let's see now. So initially it was number, but now it is string. So you can see we can mutate or change the data type or value of age. Okay. Let me show you one more example. Let's say if I'll now provide true. So if I just try to print its value, so what should be the data type of age now? Let's see that. See, it is now Boolean, right? So one variable can give you different data type. That's what the meaning of variable mutation. So we can change its value and the data type also will be changed. The third concept is type quotient. We have a concept like typecasting in programming languages, right? Where we can convert a one data type to another data type. So type quotient is kind of same thing. Like let's say from number to string. So in JavaScript language, JavaScript can convert a type of a variable from one form to another as per as a situation as needed. JavaScript supports the automatic or implicit type conversion of value from one data type to another data type. So let me show you some of the example, then this will be clear to you. So let me clear it first. So we'll be talking about type quotient. So let me just comment the previous code. So now let me just take a variable name and store Jonas. I mean the same thing that we have been doing. Now let's say I'm taking the age as well. Okay, so here we have two different data type, number and string. This one string and number. So now let me concatenate both the value. So let's say name plus age. So now you know that plus is an operator in JavaScript where we can concatenate both the value, let's say name and age. So now if I print it, so this is a concatenated version of name and age. So here is my question. So initially age was a number, right? But here it seems like age is not a number now. It is a string, right? Because it is under double quote. So if you want to prove it, we can prove it. In order to prove it, let's say I'm storing the concatenated version in result, let's say. And let's say I'm printing result. And also I'm checking the type of result. So if I write type of, let's say, so let me check what is the type of result. See, you can see it is now string. That means here name is a string, but age is a number, right? But after concatenating, we are getting string. So that means before concatenation, JavaScript is changing the data type of age from number to string. That is what called type quotient. So automatically JavaScript is changing the type of age from number to string. And then we are concatenating. That is what called type quotient. So if I will take, let's say, one more value, let's say can sing true. Okay. So if I write plus here, now let me just print it. You can see here true is not a boolean now. It is a string, right? So that means JavaScript is automatically changing the data type from boolean to string, and then it is concatenating. So that is how JavaScript is performing automatic typecasting or type quotient. So now let me tell you one more thing. So let's say if I am trying to do something like this, where I'm adding a number, let's say age with undefined. Okay, so what we'll get in output? So let's check that. So we are getting something new, right? That is called nan. So nan stands for not a number. So whenever JavaScript fails to get a valid number, okay, that's where you will get not a number or nan. So if I'll try to do something like, let's say name, and then if I try to like age, okay, so here also JavaScript will fail to get a valid number. So again we'll get nan. Perfect. So if you want to check whether it's a valid number or not, then you can do it using is nan, something like this, and here we can pass, let's say name and then age. So it will give you true or false. So it means true. That means it is not a number. Is nan true means it is not a number. It's not a valid number. Okay. So instead of that, if I write, let's say something like 55, and if I'll do it now, it is coming as false. That means it's a number, because 55 divided by 22, it will give you a valid number. So that is one concept. Sometimes you'll get nan. So you have to understand like why it is coming nan. That means we are not getting a valid number. Okay, so that's all for this video. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Tata. Bye bye.